How we doing, Bears fans? And how we doing, everybody in general? Happy Sunday. What a game by the Bears. I will definitely take that. Even though it came down to another very similar to the few of some of the 7 wins that we have this year in the defense's hands. Today was not really a good day for the defense. I will definitely not give them the secondary especially. But you know what, though? When you're missing Screen and you're missing Johnson, you're missing Bush, and among anybody else in the secondary, Vendora had to come up today and step up big. We needed as much help as we could in the secondary, and we didn't really get it. Robert Quinn, Khalil Mack, Bilo Nichols. I can't say enough about Bilo Nichols. I think he's getting better each and every single week. Definitely a great season once again for him. Another good performance. The offense, this is what I've been saying all season. For anybody that listens to me or watches my videos or anything that I've been saying all season long, everybody likes to say that, team's not really that good. They can't really match up with a lot of teams. That's so false. And this just shows you more of the reason I've been saying how valuable David Montgomery is to this team. Everybody sits there and says that he's not ready. He's not the right running back. Okay, well, then that speaks the question, who are you going to replace him with then? With the Bears cap space situation, and I know they have all their draft picks, but thank God that and thank God also for the last few weeks that the offensive line has actually played a little bit better. But holy hell, you couldn't have gotten much worse for how much of the season? You couldn't have really gotten much worse than what you were already doing. But about 4, I know Coward and about 3 of the other offensive linemen, Mustafa, a couple others are going to be free agents at the end of the year. You're obviously going to let all those guys go. You're going to have all your draft picks, allegedly. You're going to draft all the offensive linemen possible that you can, which is exactly what the Bears need to do. And, is the coaching perfect right now? No. God, no. It's not perfect. There's still some red flags and there's some concerns, but the Bears are at that point right now to where, how do you open up cap space? How do you open up enough room to where you're able to do what you need while not hurting your team too much? Let's say that. They need to make sure that, and this means that even if they keep Nagy, because he's got 2 years left, you don't have to eat the dead money to pay him. Ryan Pace still has a whole nother year after this year. Honestly, guys and girls, the best thing for them to do right now is to just ride this out with Pace and Nagy. It really is. Even though if they're not the long-term options, for where the team is right now and the guys that they have under contract and for how they are shaping up to be, you're better off just leaving the front office alone. You really are, because you can't, when a team is hurting for salary cap money, you can't get rid of the guys that are in charge now, eat their contract through next season and the year after that, however long they're both signed, and pay them while paying new people to come in, and then having a new front office, a new regime, ship guys out of town that you have to pay money. We don't have the resources to pay players or coaches to not work for us. Okay, so Pace and Nagy right now need to stay, but I'm telling you, and I've said this all along, okay, I am definitely very critical of Nagy and game and parts of games and everything, but I know when to lend my hand to, and I know when to extend for a high five, okay? I know when there's times when there are good calls made and there's bad calls. Still, there's points in games where conservative is just really bad. Conservative play calling gets really agitating, and games literally come down to the last play or two, and you want to break that because those don't always go your way. Look at the Detroit Lions for the last 2 years. We know that games don't always go in your favor when it's always coming down to the last play or two. But for the Vikings game today, though, a team that we had beat on our home turf a month ago, but that was the worst game that we've had this season all around, from coaching to Nick Foles to everybody. I mean, everybody had a bad night that night, okay? Honestly, really, except the defense. The defense, you gave up 19 points. You only gave up those couple drives, those couple touchdowns. But, I mean, really, defense. It wasn't about the defense on that Monday Night Football. It was about how bad the offense was, having 142 yards, I believe, all game long of offense. That you're not going to win in college football with those numbers, yet alone the NFL. But today, Trubisky was good. He is really playing himself into the conversation to just stay with this regime, to stay with, Nagy and Pace. Now, I'm saying on a short-term basis, because where the Bears are right now at 7 wins, you're not going to be in the top 5 or top 6 draft order like our alleged fans were praying for. That was pathetic, by the way. So you're not going to get one of these quarterbacks. Nick Foles is under contract for next year. He'll be a free agent after that. You're obviously going to let him go. Trubisky, though, I am all for if you do a 1-year contract or even a 2, even a 1 or 2 year contract. Because you know what, everybody? That's the best we're going to get. And I'm not jumping on the Trubisky train. I think he looked good today, but he still threw that interception when the game mattered most. Those are the plays that disgust me. And those are the plays that I'm continuously critiquing every single week because you all did it with Foles. I will do it with Foles and Trubisky, okay? The fumble against the Lions, that was on Trubisky. I don't care how bad the line was or how – you can't lose the ball. Even today, now you can say the play call was terrible. I said the play call was awful on that play. And it was. But Trubisky's the one that threw the ball. And nobody was open on that. Forced pass to Robinson. You're in the red zone. Get the 3 points there. Put a lot more pressure on Minnesota. No, you gave the ball back to him and put the defense, who was shorthanded today, in the spot to try to win the game. The defense, by the way, everybody, for not having their secondary, everybody keeps telling me we don't have a defense. You're telling me the game's going to be that close if we have the rest of our secondary? No. We're going to win probably by about 10. All right, we'll win by 2 possessions. If we have Johnson, Screen, and Bush, especially. Bush is extremely underrated on defense. But we're going to win that game by 2 possessions if we have everybody starting. But you know what? Good win. I will take it. I'll take any win that we can get. It's a better mood for me. Maybe not everybody else because they want a better draft pick. But go for it then if that's what you want. But 7-7. Jaguars next week. You better face them like they're a 10-win team. Move to 8-7. Hopefully, you get a little bit of help around the league. And then the Green Bay game. If you go to 8-7, you got the Packers week 17. Will they be resting or will they not be resting? Or will you be 9-7 or will you be 8-8? Will it be your season or will it not be your season? We have to see how all the other seeding goes. But good performance today, though. Trubisky really made some good throws today. The offensive line held up. This probably was their best game of the season. And that's, as much as I've criticized them, it feels good to be able to actually call them out for having a good performance. David Montgomery, just 168 yards from scrimmage, 162 or 168, one of those 2 numbers, 2 touchdowns. I mean, just that's what we need. That's exactly what we need. Run the ball with a defense that makes plays with an average to above average quarterback play. Trubisky's stat line today, guys, was not exciting. It was not. So, and this is what I'm talking about. This is what I've been saying all throughout, too. Franchise, this isn't an Aaron Rodgers game. This isn't a Patrick Mahomes, a Tom Brady game. These aren't not numbers where we're seeing 300 to 350 yards a game, 2 to 3 passing touchdowns. No, we're seeing 200 to 250 with maybe 1 or 2 touchdowns. That's fine, but don't turn the football over. And especially don't turn the ball over in the fourth quarter of drives where we're going to win the game. We win that Lions game if we don't fumble the ball. Today, we are lucky we were able to hold. The defense was able to hold, make a big stop 2 big stops in this game. 2 4th down and 1s that we stopped, okay, and led to points after that for our offense. But this is what recipe to win is just what I said. But Jaguars next week, like I said, great job, Bears. Feels good again to come out from another win. I've missed this feeling. It makes not only the whole day and the night, but the whole next week until the next game is wonderful until you lose the next game. But bear down. Hope everybody's doing well. I'll be posting my NBA standings and preview upcoming. That'll be in the next few days. That'll be on YouTube and on here as well. But have fun, everybody. Thanks again. This is Big Hurt Nap, Bobby Nap 35. See ya.